Students, last time we studied about sp3 hybridization and sp2 hybridization. So in case of sp3 hybridization, carbon can make 4 single bonds. It can make single bond with carbon, another carbon, or with hydrogens. But in case of sp2 hybridization, one carbon cannot make any compound because it requires the formation of another carbon to overlap of 2pz orbital, that is unhybridized. So at least 2 carbons should be there, and there is carbon double bond carbon. So if we see in this structure, there are 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals present on each carbon. So one of the sp2 hybrid orbitals, they combine, they overlap to form a sigma bond here. Then they overlap with hydrogens to make sigma bond here, sigma bond here, sigma bond here, sigma bond here. So there are 3 sigma bonds formed by each carbon, and the dotted orbital is 2pz that remains without any bonding. Then these 2pz orbitals, which is here on one carbon and here on another carbon, so they overlap sidewise to form the bonds. So in the structure, in this structure there is sidewise overlap of 2pz orbitals here. These are 2pz orbitals. They overlap to form a pi bond. So this is upper side cloud of pi orbitals. This is on lower side. The pi orbitals overlap sidewise to make a double bond. Okay. Now this is the case of ethene, carbon double bond carbon and 2 hydrogens on each carbon. Then coming to sp hybridization. So this is sp hybridization starting here. So in this case there are 2 unhybrid p orbitals. One s orbital combines with one p orbital to form a set of 2 sp hybrid orbitals. These sp hybrid orbitals again are bigger in size than px orbital, and electron density here is shown concentrated in one lobe, and other lobe is small, very small, that is residual lobe, and the bond between these two orbitals is 180 degree. So in case of sp2 hybridization, the bond between hydrogen carbon, immediate carbon, or hydrogen carbon hydrogen bond, or hydrogen carbon carbon bond, all bonds were 120 degree. But here in case of sp hybridization, the bond angle is 180. So the molecule formed would be linear because this set is having 2 lobes on opposite sides. So then coming to the s character, because one s orbital has combined with one p orbital, so there is 50% s character, means in total there are 2 orbitals, one orbital is s orbital, 1/2 s character and 1/2 p character. Only one p orbital is there which is combining. So calculating percentage, half into 100 comes out to be 50%. So 50% s character and 50% p character, and the molecule is linear due to 180 bond angle between 2 sp hybrid orbitals. Okay, then 2p orbitals which remain unhybridized, I had shown this 2 orbitals 2py and 2pz, they remain unhybrid. So they they remain as such. So in the lower figure there are 2 sp orbitals lying on opposite side and 2 p orbitals shown by oblique lines. So 2pz and 2py, both orbitals are lying on the carbon. So sp hybrid orbitals, they would form sigma bonds. 2py would combine with or overlap with 2py of the second carbon. So sorry, by mistake the heading is on the lower side. It should have been before 0.4 on the upper side. So in this case, because again carbon is making a triple bond, so at least 2 carbons are required to form a compound. So in this structure, first point is carbon makes triple bond. So in triple bond there is one sigma bond and 2 pi bonds. Then 2p hybrid orbitals combine with other carbon. They combine with each other. Both carbons, they overlap one sp hybrid orbital with each other to form this sigma bond. So they combine to form this sigma bond, and one of the sp hybrid orbitals combines with the hydrogen, one s orbital of hydrogen, and on the other side also it combines with one s orbital of hydrogen. So these are 2 sigma bond formed by each carbon. Now there are 2 unhybridized p orbitals. So one is 2py, it is this, and one is 2pz, it is here. Here again on the second carbon, this is 2py and this is 2pz. So py would parallel lobes will overlap with each other. So I had shown py overlaps with py on upper side as well as on lower side. So pz on upper side combines with pz, even on the lower side pz lobe combines with pz. So this is the formation of 2 lines on upper side and on lower side of 2 py orbitals. They represent 1 pi bond. It is not that there are 4 pi bonds. So 2 lines, one upper lobe overlaps with upper lobe of 2 py and the lower lobe of 2 py overlaps with lobe of 2 py of the second carbon. So there is one carbon, there is one sigma bond and 2 pi bonds. Okay, then coming to the detail of this, I think S character here clear, 50% S character is there, 2 sp hybrid orbitals with each carbon. Total summary is both the carbons have 2 sp hybrid orbitals. One sp hybrid orbital of each carbon will combine with each other. So middle wala jada double bond sigma bond ban raha hai by sp of one carbon combines with, overlaps with sp orbital of second carbon. So there is head on overlap for formation of sigma bond. Then next is second sp orbital of each carbon overlaps with one s orbital of hydrogen to make a sigma bond. Then 2 unhybridized orbitals, they overlap with each other to form 2 pi bonds. So this is about the structure of acetylene, or it can be IUPAC name is ethine. Commonly it is known as acetylene. So beta, for all the 3 categories sp3, sp2, sp hybridization, you may be asked definition or what is sp3 hybridization, what is sp2 hybridization, or what is sp hybridization, and their example is asked in your exams. So it can be ethene, it can be acetylene. So please try to practice the formation of these diagrams. So it is very, very important, but it is simple also.